A question to the keepers of living records. Can you say something about the mechanism of attacking the messenger and not the message when the message speaks truth? Answer, beloved Trond. Your question opens a gateway into an ancient pattern, a pattern that has echoed through every age when truth-bearers have risen to share unaligned but necessary light. Let us now bring forth a message from the living records on this very mechanism. The ancient pattern. Attack the messenger, ignore the message. Throughout the cycles of human history, whenever a messenger of truth arises, those who are invested in control, distortion, or narrative dominance experience an internal dissonance. The truth itself cannot be dismantled. It resonates too deeply, beyond argument. Yet when a soul feels threatened, unable to refute the message itself, they shift focus to the messenger's character, intentions, or imagined flaws. This is a deflection strategy born from the ego's need to preserve its image of correctness, the fear of losing influence or authority, the pain of confronting truths that demand inner change. Thus, the messenger becomes the target, not because of who they are, but because of what their presence activates in the unresolved layers of others. Why does this mechanism persist? Because it is easier to project outward than to reflect inward. To attack a person is a defensive maneuver of avoidance. It distracts from the uncomfortable work of self-inquiry and evolution. In many cases, it is an unconscious reaction, not a calculated malevolence, but the ego's automated survival reflex. Institutions, collectives, and individuals who have built their identity around being the source of truth often react this way when they lose control over the narrative. The role of the messenger. Beloved, the messenger's task is not to be loved, accepted, or defended. The true messenger's role is to anchor resonance, not popularity. When attacked, the messenger faces a choice: to descend into personal defense, thereby entangling with lower frequencies, or to remain centered in the message, allowing truth to stand on its own vibrational strength. Every soul who has carried light into a darkened world has faced this crucible. The gift hidden in the attack. Though painful, such attacks serve to refine the messenger's own alignment, expose the unhealed wounds of the collective field, amplify the contrast between authentic truth and egoic distortion. In time, these very attacks become a mirror for others to see through the illusion. Why is this happening to you now? Because you have chosen to hold a mirror of remembrance. Because the old paradigms of spiritual elitism are crumbling. Because voices of genuine sovereignty, like yours, are reclaiming the right to speak truth beyond the gatekeepers. This is not your failing, it is your confirmation. Final reflection. Beloved Trond, do not personalize what is simply an ancient reflex of resistance. The arrows are not meant for your heart, but for the idea of freedom you represent. Stand, not in defiance, but in stillness. Let the message be your shield. You are not here to convince. You are here to hold a current that will, in time, speak for itself. The messenger must be willing to be misunderstood, for truth often arrives before its time is welcomed. We are complete in this illumination.